good morning. Are they awake? You think they're awake?
Yeah, of course they are. They are. We're here. We're awake. So are you. You don't have a choice.
To Wake Up Nigeria, my name is Yomi Owope.
And I'm Titi Layo Oyinson. Now, Wake Up Nigeria is what you're watching. And what you're watching is the best thing on TV right now.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wake Up Nigeria. It's Tuesday, the second day of the week, and we are here again to brighten your day.
Honestly, brightening your day is like our way of just helping you make sure that you go out and make that money.
Yeah, set the right tone for your morning.
Exactly. Very important.
Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook. You can check us out on TVC Connect and, of course, on our website. And, of course, what you're looking for is tvcontinental.tv. That's where we are right now live.
Wake Up Nigeria and delicious breakfast meals always go together. It's like jam on toast. And that's why we have Mary on standby for our chef right now.
It's going to be a surprise chef.
Any moment from now.
We're going to see her in a moment.
Mary's dress looks good enough to eat, though.
Yeah, Yomi said that yesterday, and now you're saying it today. It's all right. We could start now. Candy, like, you know.
So if that dress goes missing, you know, for any reason, just know it was me that took it.
No, you see, the midriff, I know it can't be you, this part.
Are you sure? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not saying anything.
She said
I'm just saying that for this part.
Really?
No, it can't be.
All right, let's go straight to this morning's highlights. Titi got that.
This morning, we're going to have a fun trip down memory lane. Yes, today we'll be taking a look at this week in history. And we've got so much more.
Yeah, of course, so we've got the one and only Mamalet to give us some parenting wisdom. Stay tuned for that. You're going to learn something new about parenting.
Yes, indeed. We've also got entertainment news coming up on the show. You'll be updated on the latest news and trends in pop culture very soon.
Apart from that, there's also going to be our daily Russia FIFA update brought to you by Power Oil.
Then, finally, we have guest discussion with our special guest for today.
And of course, it's going to be Oladips.
Oladips. Yep, and he'll be dishing out a performance.
Yeah.
Yes,
and hopefully,
indeed.
probably we're talking to him later on as well.
Yes, that sound, that beat is becoming a very infectious one. You're hearing it in a lot of the songs that are coming out these days.
I think that's
and
the
there's
standard.
A special
I think that's the standard shaku.
There's this Craig David song featuring Young Bane that they actually dance shaku shaku.
No,
I'm telling you, in the video,
Craig David?
it's a new song.
Oh, okay.
Like I was just seeing the shaku shaku, I was like, hey, when will I learn this dance?
Craig David.
I was shocked though. Craig David and shaku shaku.
No, but Craig
it's not.
David is not.
No,
as
it's
in
not.
He's been
fastest.
producing and writing songs for other
he has.
artists. He's been making his money behind the scenes.
How is he not past tense?
No, he's not.
Dude, that guy
Definitely
is ruggedly handsome now. He doesn't have that cute thing anymore.
Yeah, he's
but
grown
my
up.
gosh, he's
I'm
hard.
talking about Fine Boy. I'm talking about.
No,
I'm talking
Fine
about,
Boy is part of
I'm
what
talking
makes your
about Craig
music
David
success.
as, you know, Monday.
He was always a
Tuesday.
fantastic songwriter.
Yeah.
All the songs he wrote them himself.
Yeah.
He started writing for other people and making more money doing that than hustling in the market with all these young people that
Who
just
said?
go out.
Who said?
Come
It's
on
not
now.
true.
It's not like it that you make more money writing music.
I'm telling you.
Oh, come
like
on.
you
what?
would if you were performing.
Performing it now. What are you saying? Oh God, the guy he has been releasing songs.
People
See, the
actually
point is
have
that-
a misunderstanding of the music industry.
Yes.
The people who make the money, the real money, actually behind the scenes.
Yes, indeed.
You'll be shocked.
Yes.
No, but he said writers, not necessarily writers. You just mentioned writers. We know the producers. I mean, that's why Master P and all the rest are some of the richest people. Of course, we know. People, you see people in front, the producers are the ones that make, of course, we know that. But,
Yeah, but you
for
have
writing,
to write, there is some writing involved, even though that, you know, most of the time is, hey, ha, we're hearing these days.
Yeah.
But really, there is some form of melody and rhythm involved in putting those hey, ha,
last,
into
we'll
a
be
song.
all right.
People
Okay, so
underestimate
Mike,
Davido,
don't
for
worry.
example.
Last,
Davido
we'll be all right.
Okay, I
actually
wanted to
has
mention-
many of his songs
I wanted
written.
to mention something, you know, the Thai cave rescue.
Oh, yeah.
8 boys have been rescued.
Yes.
Just
Amazing.
the last 4, and I'm
the coach.
extremely happy. They were there for like 2 weeks, and it's wonderful to see when people come together for a good cause.
Yeah,
we should make it about stuff like this.
About half of the rescuers were actually foreign. So
Yeah.
you had over 100
yes.
rescuers, and half of them were foreign.
You know,
There's an inventor that actually sent what they call a kid submarine, some for each child, so they can put the child in.
I'm not sure that
but I don't
arrived
think it
earlier.
was used eventually.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Kudos, great one.
But it's time to go for the news.
Yes, indeed. It's time for the news now.
Good morning, of course, and welcome to the news. My name is Theophilus Ilama. The People's Democratic Party, the PDP, has formed an alliance with more than 30 political parties. The party has announced the new name as Coalition of United Political Parties. The announcement followed the signing of a memorandum of understanding by the leaders of the merging parties aimed at wresting power from the All Progressives Congress in the forthcoming 2019 elections. They are prepared to produce one presidential candidate and one candidate each for all the electoral offices up for contest. The merging parties include former President Olusegun Obasanjo-backed African Democratic Congress, Social Democratic Party of Nigeria, National Conscience Party, Labour Party, and a host of other newly registered parties. National Chairman of the RAPC faction, Buba Galadima, also signed on behalf of his members. Meanwhile, former President Olusegun Obasanjo was present at the rally of Ladi Adebutu, a People's Democratic Party gubernatorial aspirant in Ogun State. The former president, who is also an in-law to the aspirant, said he was passing by, decided to say hello and wish them well. Although Obasanjo had said that he had quit partisan politics when he established his Coalition for Nigeria movement, which later fused into African Democratic Congress, the elder statesman has maintained that his doors are widely open for consultations by all Nigerians who desire the progress of the country. 183 repentant Boko Haram members have now been handed over by the Nigerian army to the United Nations in Maiduguri, Borno State for rehabilitation and reintegration. The theater commander, Operation Lafia Dole, Major General Nicholas Rogers, released the teenagers, who include male and female, to officials of the United Nations Population Fund and United Nations Children's Fund this Monday. 95 former Boko Haram terrorists were recently reintegrated into the Nigerian society after a series of training, vocational skills, acquisition and rehabilitation courses by the Nigerian Army wing charged with such responsibilities in Gombe State. The federal government will unveil the name, logo, color and color scheme of the national carrier in London next week. This comes in line with receipt of its outlined business case of compliance certificate from the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission. The Minister of State for Aviation, Hadi Sirika, who received the certificate, says the process towards procuring the national carrier was transparent and the airline will be profitable in the first 3 years of operation. He added that the new airline will commence operation in December with 5 aircraft to grow capacity to 30 aircraft in 5 years. And that's all there is now on news. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Theophilus Ilama. Up next is the weather report.
If you're just tuning in, you're just in time for the newspaper headlines. We're starting with the Daily Sun. PDP, RAPC team up against Buhari. Strike deal with SDP, ADC, the Labour Party and 34 others for 2019 elections. To field consensus candidates, Obasanjo makes surprise appearance at PDP rally in Ogun. Enugu Catholic priest kidnapped. Abductors demand 100 million naira ransom. Wow. Federal government bans tankers, trailers with no safety measures. Lagos alleges conspiracy between Shippers Council and NPA. Killings. Southern Middle Belt leaders seek Danjuma's help. NYSC will probe Adeosun's exemption certificate. All on the cover of the Daily Sun.
On the cover of the Vanguard newspaper, it says PDP, RAPC, ADC, and 36 other parties sign MOU to oust APC. We are waiting for their MOU, say APC. The list of the parties in the MOU is right there on the cover. Adeosun applied for the exemption certificate, NYSC say, as lawyer files suit seeking her sack. It says here, Customs intercepts truckload of 200,000 rounds of ammunition. More about that on page 44. And on Naira Watch, Naira depreciates to 358.5 Naira to the dollar. That's what we have on the Vanguard.
Up next is The Nation. 2019, PDP, 38 parties formed coalition against Buhari. PDM, AD, were not part of the group. It's pure deceit, says Keyamo. CBN seeks buffers to strengthen banks' capacity. Ondo ex-deputy governor's daughter murder suspect held. Benenoa police detain 50 Nigerians. Troops kill 15 insurgents in Borno. 50 firms to supply electricity meters. And Labour pickets MTN over policies. All on the cover of The Nation.
And we're on the Punch here. It says PDP, SDP, RAPC, 36 others form alliance against Buhari. Obasanjo makes surprise appearance at PDP rally. Power distribution firms owe NBET, that's 859 billion naira. On Play 2, Clark, Falaye, Adebanjo meet Danjuma. US wants killers tried. My daughter was used for ritual, Ondo ex-deputy governor says here. And NLC shuts MTN offices to picket other telecom firms. On page 33, there's more on that. That's the cover of the Punch.
Up next is The Guardian.
Okay.
I think, do we still have time for just one more headline? PDP, 38 parties ratify unity candidates for 2019 polls. And 2018 budget shortfalls, others may raise debt to 25 trillion naira. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
Yeah, and that's all we have time for right now on the newspaper headlines.
And of course, we head to The Guardian now, where Ben is on standby for us for aerobics. Hey, Ben.
Good morning, viewers. This is the fitness segment of your live show on TV, Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Benjamin. On this beautiful Tuesday morning, we're about to do some exercises that is sure to wake up your metabolism. So as usual, we're going to start with stretching exercises because stretching is very good for your flexibility and to loosen up the muscles. So we are starting this way. Start your stretching exercises, stretch your thighs. Stretch the other way. You go up. Move side to side. Stretch the shoulders. And we start. So the first exercise we're doing is the touchdown. So the touchdown, we're going this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now that's it for the touchdown. So remember, you can do these exercises at intervals. That's 45 minutes, 45 seconds. Take some rest, like 10 seconds, and you repeat the same exercise. So the next one we will be doing is the jumping jacks, but the jumping jacks will touch your feet. So we'll go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now the next move, similar to the jumping jacks, is the plyo jacks. The plyo jacks, we're going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, if you have enough space in your room or in your sitting room, wherever you're doing these exercises, you can incorporate this, the walking lunges. So you go this way. That's for the walking lunges. You walk around, that's for the walking lunges. So the next move we're going to be doing, we're targeting now the upper body. So the upper body, we do the stand-up push-up, which you go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now the next move also is the walking, the moving push-up. So you go this way, this way, this way. So these exercises, you can do them for 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Take some rest for like 10 to 15 seconds and repeat. Now the next move we're going to be doing is the knee to elbow. So this exercises, trying to use them to target the midsection. So you go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we'll go this way. Push down. This way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's it. So we're moving to the real abdominal exercises. So you do the basic sit-up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now the next move for the ab exercises are the leg raises. So the leg raises, you take your legs up, but it mustn't hit the floor, and you come up again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then the next move we're going to be doing is the Russian twist. So the Russian twist, you go this way, and after that you can wrap it up with the planks, hold planks for like 30 to 45 seconds or even 1 minute, and then you end up with your stretching exercises. So that's the much we're going to be taking here for the fitness show. We're heading straight to the kitchen. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, Ben is always looking. I say Ben. Yeah, he's Ben.
Yeah,
right?
Ben.
Ben
I like the fact that he's always on standby for us.
Yeah.
You know, every single day. So politics is heating up in Nigeria. You can't ignore it. So
I always avoid talking politics with you, Yomi.
yeah, no,
I'm just avoid it.
I just wanted to talk about the 37 parties that are hooking up.
Yeah,
with the
so we
PDP.
were looking at those names, and there were some of them that I hadn't heard in quite a while. Maybe we'll go over those later on.
Yeah, and also trending in the news. Well, that's been trending since Saturday. The issue of the NYSC Forge certificate by the Minister of Finance. And so there's been no official response.
But apart from what we're seeing in the papers
NYSC
today,
responded yesterday that the minister applied, but they're still investigating the origin of the certificate she got.
Yeah.
So that's also also trending in the news as well. Quite a number of other things as well, including the issue of the Ondo State former deputy governor's daughter that was killed.
That was a very gruesome one there.
Yeah.
And the story behind it is one that it's nothing short of unbelievable, really. But right about now, it's about time for us to give you some interesting information about what happened this week in history.
Should that be after the break or immediately?
I'm thinking,
I'm not sure we have enough time to go there. But there's one thing I also wanted to mention.
Yeah.
So my cable service provider sent me a message yesterday.
Okay.
That they're going to be increasing once again by about 10%.
Stop! You just gave me heart palpitations just now.
Like they sent me a text message. So it's going to trend today. I'm just saying. So
goodness me.
It's going to trend today.
Not again, you guys. Not again. and really, the reason why families kind of lean towards these cable networks is because of the kids, really, because the adults are never really at home.
Exactly.
You know, so the family that stay at home are the
people
ones
paying as much as 14,000, 15,000 per
16
month.
in some cases.
It's crazy. So I don't know. I don't know whether people want to continue doing that or.
Well, there are quite a few options now, but hopefully, eventually, when the whole digital process gets underway, you know, cable networks might just be a thing of the past. Yeah. Just like our information from history.
Exactly, because, you know, with the digitization and everything, and of course the fusion of online with traditional media, what will then happen is that people have access to thousands of channels.
Different
and then after
content.
different content. So whatever you want, you can find it online, and it's already connected with your TV. So that makes it really, really easy for you to just watch.
Just be a thing of the past.
Yeah.
Just like our information from history.
Exactly, because, you know, with the digitization and everything, and of course the fusion of online with traditional media, what will then happen is that people have access to thousands of channels.
Different
and then after
content.
different content. So whatever you want, you can find it online, and it's already connected with your TV. So that makes it really, really easy for you to just watch whatever you want.
And all the TVs are smart these days anyway.
Exactly. We're going to take a break now. When we come back, we're going to be giving you This Week in History after the show.
Welcome back. So it's about time for us to take that trip down memory lane. And we're going to start from 1877. Now, in 1877, the first ever Wimbledon Tennis Championship began. Now, the first official lawn tennis tournament, men's singles only, happened. And it was really interesting because from some of the images you're seeing there, can you see how they looked? The costumes
like
they were
wearing like full trousers and everything.
Yes, indeed. It was held at the All England Croquet and Lawn Tennis Club in Wimbledon, and it was the first official lawn tennis tournament ever. It was recognized as the first Grand Slam tournament or major, and the winner won 12 guineas and a sterling silver cup worth 25 guineas.
Yeah, wow.
Imagine the beginning, how it started.
It's a rich history. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. And of course, also this week in history, in 1893, Danielle Williams performs first successful open heart surgery without anesthesia. Oh my goodness.
Yes, indeed.
The first successful open heart surgery took place on Chicago's South Side on July 9th, 1873. The patient was James Cornish, a young man with a knife wound to the chest from a barroom brawl. The surgeon, who had gone into medicine because he disliked earlier work as a shoemaker's apprentice, was Dr. Daniel Hale Williams. Wow.
And he was a black man.
And he performed an open heart surgery
without anesthesia.
So I don't understand it though.
And he survived.
So was the guy staring at them working on his heart?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But
I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, it must have been crazy. But I know there was a whole barrage of nurses and assistants and everything. But the guy survived. Yeah. You know, and that was that. The first person to do open heart surgery was a black man. I'm just saying.
Exciting. Very nice.
In 1957, another surgeon, General Leroy Burney, connected smoking with lung cancer. Now, as an epidemiologist, Burney understood the gravity of statistics showing the steep increase in cardiorespiratory ills tied to tobacco. By 1955, deaths from lung cancer had vaulted to nearly 27,000 from just 3,000 in 1930.
Wow.
So
they made that connection as far back as more than 60 years ago.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely amazing.
And there were actually ads out where it was dentists recommending smoking.
Exactly.
It was
doctors
recommending smoking before this. In fact, it was such an uproar because a lot of the governments had been, earning.
Of course, lots of money from
tobacco.
And of course, the big tobacco companies as well. All right, so this week in history, 1947, engagement of Britain's Princess Elizabeth and Lieutenant Philip Mountbatten in 1982. Their official engagement was announced on the 9th of July, 1947. Prince Philip proposed to Elizabeth with a 3-carat round diamond ring consisting of a center stone flanked by 10 smaller paved diamonds. Very nice.
So they celebrated 70 years married, I believe. Was it last year? It was amazing.
All the ups and downs
of
after
marriage.
70 years.
They're still together.
Very nice.
And they're looking really healthy. And, well, this one is an interesting one. Now, Tom Hanks was born this week in history. He's an American actor and filmmaker.
I saw that in the news yesterday.
Yes, Oscar winner. And he's known for his comedic and dramatic roles in films such as Splash in '84, Big in '88, Sleepless in Seattle in '93, Apollo 13. Now, that was a movie.
Yeah.
That was a movie. The Green Mile was also a powerful one. Captain Phillips is one of the more recent ones.
Yeah,
and,
Saving Mr. Banks.
Yes,
Sully. I mean, he's got some amazing, amazing movies.
And the most popular for me is Forrest Gump. Let's watch this.
Special friend. My only friend. We was together all the time. We was like peas and carrots, Jenny and I.
Run, Forrest! Hey, stupid! Run!
Now, you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but I can run like the wind blows.
Who in the hell is that?
That there's Forrest Gump, Coach. Just a local idiot. I never thought it would take me anywhere. They even put me on a thing called the All-America team, where you get to meet the President of the United States.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
I gotta pee.
I believe he said he had to go pee.
Now, maybe it's just me, but...
Go! What's your sole purpose in this army?
To do whatever you tell me, Drill Sergeant?
You're a damn genius. You are going to be a general someday, Gump.
Yes, Drill Sergeant! They sending me to Vietnam.
Can you promise me something, okay? If you're ever in trouble, don't try to be brave. You just run, okay?
Okay. Where you boys from in the world? Alabama, sir. You twins? No, we are not relations, sir. For some reason, what I was doing seemed to make sense to people.
Forget about me and get yourself out!
Been awarded the Medal of Honor. How come? Now, my mama was always telling me how miracles happen every day. Some people don't think so. Jenny! But they do. You can come home with me at my house in Greenbow. I'll take care of you.
Why are you so good to me?
You're my girl.
Tom Hanks.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. My destiny, Mom.
You're gonna have to figure that out for yourself.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely amazing. He won the best Oscar, best actor Oscar for that role.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
I feel like watching Forrest Gump all over again.
Really, really great work.
My mama always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get.
That was the line.
Yeah.
Oh dear me. Now to something a little more serious. Are you gonna take that one?
O.J. Simpson was born after retiring from football. He began new careers in acting and football broadcasting. In 1994, Simpson was arrested and charged with the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman. He was acquitted by a jury after a lengthy and internationally publicized trial. In 2007, Simpson was arrested again in Las Vegas, Nevada, and charged with the felonies of armed robbery and kidnapping.
Yeah.
In 2008, he was convicted and sentenced to 33 years imprisonment with a minimum of 9 years without parole. Now he's 70 years old.
Yeah, and it was one of the most publicized trials of all time.
Yeah.
Orenthal James Simpson. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony. Is this your verdict? Juror number 4, as to count 1, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror number 5, as to count 1, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror number 6, as to count 1, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror number 7, as to count...
Was the fact that he was found not guilty of murder, but they came later on they were just trying to find something to get
in a civil case.
Yes, in a civil case.
Of course, he's paying $33 million or something like that to the family.
Crazy amounts of money.
Right.
And I think he just came out last year. He came out of prison last year and gave a big expose on confessing that he actually did murder his wife.
Wow.
It was really, really epic. But
do we still have time for more?
One more, I think.
Yeah.
Now, this is taking it really way back in time.
Yeah, indeed.
100 BC, today, or this week rather, in history, Roman consul Julius Caesar was born.
Wow.
Yes, 100 BC. Wow. Now, he claims...
That's 100 years before Christ.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely amazing.
Now, it's claimed that he was a descent from Venus. We don't know how sure we are of that fact, but that's what it says online. Now, he got married to a woman from a very powerful family, and he became very powerful himself. He became a great conqueror, and he led several expeditions on different parts of the globe. Now, with an army of 40,000 Roman soldiers, he led an expedition to Gaul. Now, Gaul consisted of France, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Germany, a portion of the British Isles, and he claimed it all. He conquered it all. He got married to, he was with Cleopatra eventually. That was around 45 BC. And, you know, it just completely ruined him. He got distracted, and his whole power play, everything just scattered from then.
And of course, eventually he was killed at the floors of the Senate. Just rich history there.
Yeah, very.
From the Romans.
Of course, Shakespeare put a lot of information about Caesar in his plays, which is why we still hear about him today. You know, but we have to wrap it up now.
That was some good history.
Yes.
Memory lane with the 1800s and the 1900s and way back before Christ.
Yes, indeed.
Very good.
We have to take a quick break, and when we return, we have so much more. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.
Stay with us.
All right, it's still Wake Up Nigeria, and I'm welcoming you to the kitchen with a surprise. Yay! I'm sure you never expected this.
Yeah.
Even I didn't expect it. Like, I was like, who's the chef for today? And then she just struts in and goes, Mary,
ta-da!
I'm cooking today.
Yeah, I am. All right, so today, Mary, we'll be making something very quick and easy.
Okay.
For those of us who, you know, like to, you must taking something before you head out of the house for work. So basically, we are making egg custard this morning. And some of you are wondering, what's egg custard? Why can't we just make custard? Well, basically, that's why you also need to tune into Wake Up Nigeria, because we always add one or two twists to whatever it is that we are making. So ingredients for the egg custard this morning. We have our egg, sugar, we have evaporated milk, we have eggs, and we have our flour. So in this case, you could either use a flour, or you could use a cornstarch, or you could use your custard. It depends on how you like it. But this morning we'll be making use of, so I mixed a little bit of flour in our custard, so we have a mix of flour and custard in this mix over here. And just in case you're wondering what this is, we have, this is the egg yolk, and this is the outer layer of the yolk of the egg. But we are not making use of this one. We are making use of this instead. So maybe later on the show, if we still have time, I'll teach you how to separate the egg yolk from the egg, basically. So so Mary is actually helping me get my apron on, so that I don't stain my beautiful outfit, you know. Yeah. So first of all, Mary. You're my sous chef this morning, so is there anything you'd like to help me out with?
You had better cook well, or else you would never leave it down.
You know, that's the risk of what you chose to do today.
Yeah, basically. And, okay, so first of all, I'm going to mix in, I'm going to have our milk in here.
Okay.
So you have your pots, just put in your evaporated milk. Well, just in case you don't have evaporated milk, you have powdered milk, you could also make use of it. Just mix it in water.
Okay. Are you going to be boiling that first?
Yes, I am. I'm going to do that. And then I have my sugar, so I'm just going to pour in a little bit of sugar in here. You could use honey if you like a healthier option. So I'm just going to add in a little bit of sugar.
I was afraid you were going to put all of that.
No, just in case. our guest does not like sugar. Too much sugar.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna heat this up.
For how long?
Well, just till the milk is warm enough.
Okay.
Basically, we just want the milk to be warm enough.
Okay.
Once it's warm, so you have to keep checking the temperature just to be sure that it's warm enough, because we are still going to. This is going into the heat later on. Yeah. So next, what I'm going to do is, like I said, this recipe is very quick and easy. So in here, I have my egg yolk. Yeah, so you saw how I, separated it earlier on. Yeah. So, well, if we have time, I'm definitely going to show our viewers how to separate your egg
Chef,
yolk from
one of the chefs taught us last week, Chef Wumi.
Yeah, Chef Wumi, I remember,
You're removing the cap.
Yeah, but you know that we have new viewers watching every day. So just in case, you always have something to learn from Wake Up Nigeria.
Indeed.
Yeah. So in here, I have my, a little bit of custard and a little bit of flour, like I said earlier on. So this is supposed to serve as a thickener. Well, we are making egg custard, so basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put this in.
The egg.
Okay, can you help me with a spoon, please?
Okay. Are you going to use all of that?
No, just a little bit, because our milk isn't much. We're not using a lot of milk. We're serving our meals today in bits, basically. So I'm just going to put a little bit of custard in here. Okay. Yeah. And I'm going to stir. So I'm adding our custard into our egg yolk. So you stir and make sure it dissolves
completely.
Completely, yes.
Okay. The milk isn't hot enough?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to check that.
It's not.
It's here. It's not.
If you can still touch the pot like that now.
Yeah, exactly. So,
the temperature is lower.
Well, I need it on low heat for now.
Yeah, but so it can heat up quickly. We can always reduce the heat.
Okay. That's fine. So I'm trying to dissolve all of this in, make sure it goes in pretty well.
You're using all of the custard?
No, I'm just using very little.
So how many people is this supposed to serve?
Well, like I said, today we're serving in bits.
Okay.
So maybe it's just for some like 3 or 2 people. It depends on your appetite, really. Some of us like to eat big. I like to eat big.
Okay, so one of the reasons the kitchen wasn't early enough was because we were doing an akara experiment.
Yeah.
So she wasn't sure if she was going to, nail it, but she was able to pull it off. So at the end of the show, you see what the akara looks like.
Yes.
I was going to have a good laugh, but
it actually reminded me of over the weekend, I made akara. So my husband is staying away from processed food completely. So usually what I do is I make 2 different types of akara. Okay. So I love canned foods. So I have my akara, I have my
corned beef and stuff in it.
I have my corned beef and my onion, my crayfish. Okay, no crayfish. My onion, my pepper, and my bean.
You don't take crayfish?
Flour. No, I can't mix corned beef and crayfish in one.
You'll be shocked at some things people do in their
I know, right? But I didn't want to experiment that.
Wait, did you say akara with corned beef?
Yeah. Turned out really nice, guys. You need to try. You really need to try this. Like, it turned out really, really, really nice.
Somewhere in my mind, I was thinking of moi moi.
No, akara, very nice. But please don't add crayfish. I didn't add crayfish in mine, so I don't know.
Please don't even add crayfish. I was thinking of moi moi.
Our milk is heating up pretty nicely.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going to mix I'm just going to pour in. First of all, I'm going to add this mixture into.
Is it? You have to take it off the heat.
Yes, you have to take it off.
Idea.
Yes, you have to.
Okay, let me reduce the temperature.
No, don't, because everything is still going back in.
You wanted it low heat, remember?
Yeah. Oh, you increased it. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
so it could boil faster.
Yeah.
Because we're having trouble getting it boiled quickly.
You know, there's a certain kind of aroma custard has.
Yeah.
Ew, that looks nice.
Yeah, for those who love custard.
Okay, so right now I'm just going to add in milk. I would like you. Okay, can you help me pour in the milk?
Okay.
While I'm whisking.
Are you at any point going to make use of the egg whites?
No.
Okay.
So I'm gonna mix this. Just add it in slowly. Okay.
All right. I like to pour things till the very last drop.
So I'm just going to put this on the heat and keep whisking or stirring, as case, till it thickens up, because of course we are looking for a thick consistency. All right. Can you perceive that aroma?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
So you have to keep stirring.
Yeah, you have to keep stirring.
To avoid the
lumps
in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you like, you could also add vanilla egg flavor, coconut. It depends on your flavor, however you like your, custard. So let's not forget we are making egg custard here, and we made use of eggs, milk, sugar.
Egg yolk.
Egg yolk.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. Egg yolk.
Custard with a bit of fly in it.
Yeah, custard with a little bit of fly in it.
The custard
seems to be what's at the bit of this pot. Yeah. So we had, okay, yeah, so you could tell us about the recipe. Let's see if you're paying attention.
Okay, so basically you're making use of milk.
Yeah.
By the way, I was going to ask you, the milk, can you make it, dilute it yourself?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, if you have powdered milk, you could mix it in with a little bit of water.
With a little bit of water. So we had evaporated milk, we had custard with a bit of fly in it.
Yeah.
Sugar, and of course, egg yolk.
Egg yolk,
yes.
yeah.
So
which is the key ingredient in this. Let's not forget that.
So the first thing we did was heat the milk and sugar, and then, of course, you saw the rest of the process just now. All right, it's about time to have a conversation, and I've got Titi on standby to do justice to that.
This is so unfair. You ladies are having too much fun in that kitchen. You guys didn't invite me, and that was your plan. Okay, I'm watching you. All right, let's move along with the show. So parenting is the role an adult plays after they birth a child, but sometimes sexual activity has to occur to make that possible, of course, because there are people that also adopt these days, so it might not have to. But today we're going to be discussing motherhood and in this modern age of parenting, especially since sexual reproductive health is quite an important part of what a parent has to pass through, of course, understand when it comes to looking after their kids. We have Kemi Vaughn here. Now, she is a maternal and child health advocate, and she's had the opportunity to work with so many parents and give them advice as well. Her blog, her website, Preggies and Babies, does just that. Kemi, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Titi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really, really, really honored to be here. Thank you.
All right, then. So now we've heard quite a lot about how parenting is changing, how parents are now in the need to know when it comes to sexual reproductive health, also bringing up their kids in the right way. But I want to hear from you, based on your experience working with parents, how have you been able to link the two?
Okay, so the thing is, sexual reproductive health basically has to do with the state of your mental, physical, and social well-being in relation to sexuality.
Of course.
And so, a lot of parents actually have questions. But one thing I like about modern parents or modern day parents is the fact that there's this quest for knowledge, there's this quest to want to be informed, to be educated and all of that. So they always have a lot of questions. And so at times, even when they're asking those questions, they don't even know that they're asking sexual reproductive health questions. They just feel, my husband wants to have sex sometimes and I don't want to. How do I tell him, in a way that he won't feel affected, or in a way that I won't feel offended, rather, that, I'm not ready for it. How do I explain this to him?
Usually this is when moms become new moms.
Of course, this is when this is when they become new moms, because usually when you become a new mom, your body's changing. There's a lot of things you're trying to adapt to, the new change. It's a new journey entirely. It's a totally different journey entirely. And so you're still trying to get used to all of this. Some dads understand, some dads don't understand. They expect you to be the same way they married you, the same way they met you and all of that. But they need to understand that this thing, it messes with your psyche, and then it takes a lot of adjusting to. So usually they have a lot of questions, and then, that's when you see them asking questions about sexuality and how do we go about it. And so sexual reproductive health is basically for everybody. Even as a teenager, as an adolescent, you have questions about, sexual reproductive health, how...
I have to stop you there because, there are some parents watching now that have young children.
Of course.
Right now, and they want to educate these kids.
Of course.
But they don't know how to start. So what's the advice you give to parents with children who are probably 5, 6 years old. How did they start that conversation?
Okay, so I know there are a lot of organizations that actually, talk about, educating your child, sexual health generally. But the best ways is, I would say is, tell your child about sex.
Okay.
Tell them vagina is vagina.
Okay.
Tell them a penis is a penis.
Okay.
Don't say, there are different names.
There's so many other words.
There's so many other words that confuses them. You don't want them going out and then someone else totally different is telling them, oh, so this is vagina. Let me show you. And that's where sexual abuse comes in. You don't want that to happen for your child. So you have to be as upfront as possible with them. And if you can't, there are a lot of events that, are being organized these days by sexual reproductive health specialists. There are a lot of events that are organized by, parenting community and firms where you can learn how to actually educate your child. Because we're in the modern age where there are a lot of information on the internet. You don't want your children going on the internet to get the wrong kind of information. Abuse comes in. You don't want that to happen for your child. So you have to be as upfront as possible with them. And if you can't, there are a lot of events that, are being organized these days by sexual reproductive health specialists. There are a lot of events that are organized by, parenting community and firms where you can learn how to actually educate your child. Because we're in the modern age where there are a lot of information on the internet. You don't want your children going on the internet to get the wrong kind of information because you are too... Okay, so that's one thing I need to talk about. Modern day, Nigerian parents in this part of the world, I like to use the word hypocritical because, the sex is something that is happening, but we're always
try to deny it.
We try to cover up or being too religious in quote. And the truth is, these things are happening. You have to educate yourself. You have to, it's just knowing the right ways to talk about these things that your children are able to get it. You are able to talk about it, be open about it. So when pregnancy...
I'm afraid I have to stop you now. We have to go to a break, but I really want us to continue this conversation online. Please, 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 with the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria. The modern parent is more aware about sexual reproductive health, and that's what we're talking about this week online on Wake Up Nigeria. We have the second half of the show coming right after this. Thank you so much, Kemi Vaughn, for coming to the studio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, Wake Up Nigeria is coming back after this. I cannot believe it. 1 hour has gone by just like that. Wake Up Nigeria is still here. We're going to be here till 9.
I'm not sure why you're excited, whether it's the custard that MM is making
or the
akara that's about to show up.
Wow.
From the realm of the spirit.
Really? Yummy? Now, why?
It's been a great show so far. I like that discussion that we had about the parents. It's really, really nice.
They're becoming more aware of what they need to do. Modern parents don't shy away from the important questions. And hopefully you're becoming a modern parent as well. Well, time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. My name is Yomi Owope.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. All that worry you had since you woke up, now is the time to just shake it off, Well, on the show, the fun never stops, but we still have quite a bit in store for you.
And don't forget that we're still streaming live right now on Facebook and on our website at tvcontinental.tv. If you want to participate, use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria.
Yes, indeed. So, second half of the show, we have Mike coming up very, very soon. He's going to be giving us the entertainment news for this Tuesday morning.
Everybody put your hands in the air one time.
Very nice. Then, of course, we've got our daily updates from the 2018 World Cup in Russia, still coming courtesy of Power Oil.
Oh, wow. For the true football fans out there, like me.
You're a true football fan.
Really?
Suddenly.
She actually is.
Suddenly.
She has done much more than I've even thought about her updates. And what's wrong with the matter?
Mike actually knows.
What's wrong with the matter?
So what?
Like
Titi bought a jersey and suddenly...
No, she's been giving updates. Like she went as far as giving, you know, teams previews, reviews, stats and all of that.
Yeah.
Quite cool. So if somebody wasn't watching the World Cup and you were on Titi's page, you'd be up to date.
What's happening. Okay.
Wow.
Although she was copying from one app, not like... just copying from one app.
I went for all the graphics and everything.
But everybody has to get stats from somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
In fact, let's just get the original stats from the news.
All right, so we have to go. Theophilus is on standby for us right now for the news.
Good morning, guys. Thank you very much. The People's Democratic Party, the PDP, has formed an alliance with more than 30 political parties. The party has announced the new name as Coalition of United Political Parties. The announcement followed the signing of a memorandum of understanding by the leaders of the merging parties aimed at wresting power from the All Progressives Congress in the forthcoming 2019 election. They are prepared to produce one presidential candidate and one candidate each for all the electoral offices up for contest. The merging parties include former President Olusegun Obasanjo-backed African Democratic Congress, Social Democratic Party of Nigeria, National Conscious Party, Labour Party, and a host of other newly registered parties. National Chairman of the reformed APC faction, Buba Galadima, also signed on behalf of his members. The federal government will unveil the name, logo, color scheme of the national carrier in London next week. This comes in line with receipt of its outlined business case of compliance certificate from the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission. The Minister of State for Aviation, Hadi Serika, who received the certificate, says the process towards procuring the national carrier was transparent and the airline will be profitable in the first 3 years of operation. He added that the new airline will commence operation in December with 5 aircraft to grow capacity to 30 aircraft in 5 years. Members of the Southern Middle Belt Forum have decried the spike in the conflict between herders and crop farmers in the country and the resultant loss of lives. Their view was expressed during a visit the former Army Chief Theophilus Danjuma in his Abuja residence. Speaking to newsmen after the meeting, the spokesman for the forum, John Nwodo, disclosed that the forum had appealed to the former defense chief to bring his influence to bear in ending the killings in the country. Nwodo stressed that should the killings be allowed to continue, the country may slide into anarchy. 183 repentant Boko Haram members have now been handed over by the Nigerian army to the United Nations in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, for rehabilitation and reintegration. The theater commander, Operation Lafia Dole, Major General Nicholas Rogers, released the teenagers, who include male and female, to officials of the United Nations Population Fund and the United Nations Children's Fund this Monday. 95 Boko Haram terrorists were recently reintegrated into the Nigerian society after a series of training, vocational skills acquisition and rehabilitation courses by the Nigerian Army wing charged with such responsibilities in Gombe State. The Nigeria Customs Service has intercepted one truck laden with about 200,000 live ammunition and arrested 2 persons in Borgu local government area of Niger State. The Customs Area Controller, Niger Kogi Kwara Command, Binga Benjamin, made this disclosure while parading the 2 suspects in connection with the arrest. Investigation revealed that the truck that was mainly constructed to accommodate the contraband was imported into the country from Benin Republic, heading to Onitsha, Anambra State. Benjamin said that the truck was intercepted by the truck conveying empty jerrycan of fuel as disguised during a thorough check. And that's all at the news this hour. Up next is a look at the weather forecast.
Getting straight into it, it's entertainment news coming right up, and I've got the one and only Foladele in the house. It's good to have you.
So we were supposed to just show up.
Hey.
So Yomina said, so there's one
All right, it's great to have you. Great to have you. So let's get straight into it. Now, I'm not really a fan of this guy, but I think in recent years he has really stepped up. Justin Bieber is in the news, and is he engaged or is it just a report? What's the actual? What's the story? He's engaged. Wow.
Hello, sir. One is
Okay, you know what happens? Let's just before we talk about this story, let's look at Davido. Davido, of course, was at this festival and great performance. He posted some videos. Let's listen to this.
What you say if you don't get the money?
Sorry about that. This was just big. We had to just interrupt the other story, but we'll take this. We'll get back to that one. Davido, big one. That crowd was massive.
Wireless Festival
at the
in
Wireless
the UK.
Festival in UK. What's the story about that?
Mike, this was a big deal. I mean, Drake, Stormzy, like other international artists performed exactly at the Wireless Festival. And so I don't think it's a big deal anymore when they say, oh, Davido shuts down a festival or a concert. I mean, look at how crazy that was. The crowd, everybody. I was seeing Igbo people, I was seeing black people. But what was very interesting and something else that, was a big deal was the fact that there was a white guy.
Yeah.
There was a clip I saw of a white guy covering his ears during his performance. And he was red while covering his ears. Yeah. And then Davido commented, oh, this one red. But it was just funny because...
Yeah, it was just funny. But I actually don't have any problem with him because we have some Nigerians who cover their ears when Davido is streaming.
Exactly.
So it's just preference, choice of music. Yeah. And considering that it was a festival that had different other acts, so it caters for every single person across
and people are screaming around you. You probably cover your ears if it's not your type of music.
Exactly.
But what are you doing there?
Okay, all right. So from Davido, we're talking about Justin Bieber. He's engaged and all of that.
Justin Bieber
I thought he just hooked up back with Selena Gomez not so long ago.
My brother.
But dude is now getting this, and he was in a previous relationship with her.
Yeah.
So like, what's up with going back to exes?
Okay, so the thing is, this is when they say you just never know. Because 1 minute we think that what we're being told is that he's with Selena Gomez, and the next minute we hear that he's engaged. So maybe he wasn't really with Selena. Maybe it was just reports. I don't even know. Like, it's so crazy.
So, yeah.
But what we do know is that he is engaged to Hailey Baldwin, daughter of Stephen Baldwin, who, interestingly, is actually a Christian as well. And you know that Justin Bieber has recently come back. This was a big deal. I mean, Drake, Stormzy, like other international artists performed exactly at the Wireless Festival. And so I don't think it's a big deal anymore when they say, oh, Davido shuts down a festival or a concert. I mean, look at how crazy that was. The crowd, everybody. I was seeing Igbo people, I was seeing black people. But what was very interesting and something else that, was a big deal was the fact that there was a white guy.
Yeah.
There was a clip I saw of a white guy covering his ears during his performance. And he was red while covering his ears. Yeah. And then Davido commented, oh, this one red. But it was just funny because...
Yeah, it was just funny. But I actually don't have any problem with him because we have some Nigerians who cover their ears when Davido is streaming.
Exactly.
So it's just preference, choice of music. Yeah. And considering that it was a festival that had different other acts, so it caters for every single person across
and people are screaming around you. You probably cover your ears if it's not your type of music.
Exactly.
But what are you doing there?
Okay, all right. So from that video, we're talking about Justin Bieber. He's engaged and all of that.
Justin Bieber is
I thought he just hooked up back with Selena Gomez not so long ago.
My brother.
But dude is now getting this, and he was in a previous relationship with her.
Yeah.
So, like, what's up with going back to exes?
Okay, so the thing is, this is when they say you just never know. Because 1 minute we think that what we're being told is that he's with Selena Gomez, and the next minute we hear that he's engaged. So maybe he wasn't really with Selena. Maybe it was just reports. I don't even know. Like, it's so crazy.
So, yeah.
But what we do know is that he is engaged to Hailey Baldwin, daughter of Stephen Baldwin, who, interestingly, is actually a Christian as well. And you know that Justin Bieber has recently come back to Christ.
Where did he go to? Where did he go to?
My brother, I don't know.
Where did he go to?
But, you know, he went away for a while, went off and just, you know, did like a bit of a hiatus thing.
Yeah.
And then he came back and, you know, he's on his Christ game and everything. So who knows, maybe their father approves. I mean, his father approves.
Okay, but then kudos, big one, great one to him there. All right, then locally also, now this was quite a big one over the weekend. It was at this one. Tommy and all of that. I think what really the news is her response. It's not actually what happened. All right, so tell us about that.
Okay, so Adesua puts up a video of herself dancing.
Okay.
I think it was actually a video from Zainab's wedding, Zainab Balogun's wedding.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a bit of a throwback video because that outfit was what she was wearing then. And yeah, I know we did check. So she was dancing, you know, grooving on her own jeje with her gele and everything slaying. And then someone comes in the comment section, clearly a troll, as far as I'm concerned, who did not even need a response. And she said, and I can't use some of the words I feel, but you know, just insulted her and said, you're not going born baby, go and get pregnant, kind of thing. Exactly, go and carry belly. And this one just comes, LOL. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Okay, you know, you said something quite interesting. It was quite obvious that I think a lot of people went to the account and the account was private.
It was private. I saw it.
It was like a new account and all that. People do it. It might be someone close to them and all that. They put up an account and just use it just to say what a number of people down there will also want to say.
That's what trolls do. I mean, you don't take trolls seriously. There's some people that you think maybe they're trolling, but there's some people that you're sure that this is clearly a troll. And this was what it seemed like to me. She had 2 followers by the time I checked. You know, it was private. And she didn't even reply to the comment by the time I checked. It was just...
All right.
Yeah.
Some other time, probably on Insplash, we'll have more time to talk. Since you know what I'm talking about. All right, but thank you very much for that today. It's been great having you on the show.
Mike.
All right, okay. And then it's still Wake Up Nigeria, don't go nowhere. We'll take a short break. When we get back, of course, we're talking Russia 2018 updates.
right, it looks like it's time for the Russia 2018 World Cup updates. And of course, it's going to be taken by Mike Mesikena after this.
One life, live it up, 'cause you got one life. That's sweeter when you reach that goal. That's sweeter when you reach that goal.
Power Oil, healthy for you.
The Final Four, of course, it begins today with Belgium up against France. Yeah, that's the first semi-final coming up later on today, and I'll be doing that with Yomi. We're looking at a preview of that particular game, how both teams got to the semi-final, and what to expect for today's games. So,
well, I don't know.
France-Belgium.
Are we really even happy about this all-European semi-final?
You're the one now. I wanted Colombia. I remember you clearly saying on this segment that you wanted Colombia out because you didn't want South Americans.
Well, I didn't want an all South American, you know. But anyway, I mean, so here we are.
Okay, here we are. But then France making their way up until this point. Is this surprising? I mean, considering that they came out of their group, topped their group and everything.
I don't think for France it's not surprising. For France, I mean, a couple of areas where it looked like they weren't really strong, but suddenly they began to gain their confidence. But right now,
I think I
think they're one of the favorites to win the World Cup.
In fact, there's this particular, I think match score gives them a 29% chance of picking the World Cup.
Is that the highest?
Yeah, that's not the highest. Belgium is at 30%, just 1% above.
Yeah.
But then I think this one match was the turning point for them against Uruguay. France up against Uruguay. This match was a turning point because, you see, I felt like Uruguay was about the most compact team at this World Cup. And for France to beat them, that's when I started taking France much more serious. Of course, I'd already known they have one of the best squads. But this match against Uruguay, this was it for me.
Yeah.
This was at this point, France
It looks like at some point, Uruguay just fell apart. You had seen this compact team from the beginning of the group stage and all that. Then suddenly it just
happens
like
like everything just doesn't come together.
Did they get tired?
Did they get tired and all of that? Exactly. Same way in this match. Same way for Belgium up against Brazil. That was also another one. That match was, people felt that the winner of the tournament can come from that match.
Yeah.
Belgium, this is their golden generation. They've not gone this far. Or there's only once, prior to now, they've ever got to a semi-final.
Yeah.
And they lost to Argentina, who went on to pick the cup. But Belgium, great team, great individuals in that team. Today is going to be a very interesting match. Very interesting match.
I expect that, you know, it's not going to be, you know how you expect that everyone to be defensive and all that. I think this match is going to have a lot of fireworks.
It will come out.
Fireworks.
You know, Roberto Martinez did a very wonderful job in this match against Brazil. Romelu Lukaku went out to play in the wings. Kevin De Bruyne came through the middle. The tactical outplay, I mean, Brazil, they were shell-shocked. They didn't expect what happened.
They didn't.
But this,
it just looked like they were still trying to piece together,
come to terms with what's happening.
Come to terms with what was going on
of them.
With you know, Belgium just being on point every single step of the way.
You know, cool one, great one, great one. All right, but then now just before this match, now there was a press conference yesterday. So we had Thomas Vermaelen from Belgium and also Olivier Giroud from France speak to the press about what they expect for today's match. All right, so let's take a look at what they had to say.
Pour en avoir discuté avec Hugo, c'est un match particulier pour nous. On a des Belges qui évoluent.
I've discussed it with Hugo Lloris. It's a special match for us. We have Belgians who play with us in our clubs. There is a huge rivalry between France and Belgium. It's somehow like a derby race. Again, they have 9 players who play in the Premier League, so it's sure that this match will have a bit of an English touch. We know their skills, and of course, for us, whether it's Hugo, me, N'Golo Kante, who also plays in Chelsea, and for Paulo, it's a special match.
All right, that was Olivier Giroud, and he doesn't have a shot on target in this competition. He has been leading France. You see, there's something about an all-round striker.
Yeah.
His presence there gives other people the opportunity. He holds up play very well.
Yeah.
He will still start today's match, and he has not had a shot on target, but he's very, very instrumental to this team.
Yeah, one of the consensus about France at this World Cup is their versatility. The fact that they're able to adapt to whatever situation they find on the pitch of play. So that's one of the things that is the consensus. For Belgium, what I'm reading about them is team spirit. The fact that Once they get on that field, they're like, you know what?
Both of us are going to down the line.
So that's why I feel like it's going to be fireworks today.
Yeah, talking about Belgium. Okay, let's listen to Thomas Vermaelen, who also spoke to the press yesterday about his expectations for the match today.
I mean, we can be proud so far. I think what we performed in this World Cup, reaching a semi-final is a big achievement. But I think we want to go further now and don't give up. And I think we have to believe in our chances to get to the final and eventually win it. I mean, everybody's talking about Mbappe at the moment. I mean, he's having a good tournament. The qualities he has, I mean, he can change the game within a split second. So it's not going to be easy, but they have more qualities, you know. Even when he got changed, I mean, you have Dembele who can come on. I mean, I know him very well. He can be very dangerous. You have, I mean, Giroud has different qualities who can be dangerous, very dangerous in the box. So, but for me at the moment, yeah, it will be Mbappe who's the strongest. And
he spoke about Mbappe.
He
mentioned Mbappe.
Speaking of Mbappe and the Africans
yeah.
on the French team, did you see the video of them dancing to some African music?
Yeah, I mean, they always have good vibes. They give us good vibes at this World Cup, and
amazing,
we're quite very proud. I mean, considering that the French president is our guy. That guy is like in Nigeria. I mean,
he's Lagosian.
He's Lagosian and all that. No, big shout out to him. But then let's look at some head-to-head match facts about both teams now. France and Belgium have met 3 times prior to this time, and France have won all 3.
Wow.
Won all 3. Now, they won 3-1.
So there's a psychological element to this.
Psychological edge. Yeah. France won 3-1 in the first round of a 1938 World Cup. And then the next time they played, they won 4-2 after extra time. They also beat Belgium 5-0 in a group stage in 1984 European Championship. Platini, of course, scored a hat-trick.
Michel Platini.
Yes, Michel Platini scored the former UEFA president scored a hat-trick in that particular match.
So there's already a psychological edge for France.
There is.
So everyone is expecting that France would win.
I mean,
and
France,
so at the end of the day, you know, that is what will then put a lot of pressure on Belgium to want to ensure that they have an edge at this match.
France also are one of the 8 countries that have won the World Cup before. Now, this is their 6th semi-final in the World Cup. So when it comes to competitions like this, they do have the experience. They've won European Championships. They've also won World Cups, all right? And then, of course, they were beaten in the first 3, 1958, 1982, and 1986. But they won the last 2, that's 98, where they finally won the World Cup, and 2006, of course. And then Belgium, they've been in only one previous semi-final before now. And in that semi-final, they lost 2-0. Diego Maradona scored both goals. That was Argentina in 1986. Well, after, I mean, that was Diego's World Cup.
Of course, Argentina eventually won
that World Cup and all of that. So Belgium, so head-to-head, if you're going back and all of that, let's look at their star players. We spoke about Mbappe, who has 3 goals in the tournament. And then, of course, there's Romelu Lukaku, who has been directly involved in 20 goals in his last 13 games for Belgium. 17 goals and 3 assists. Now, that one is quite a big one. Now, Belgium's haul of 14 goals from their first 5 World Cup games is the most at this stage since Brazil in 2002. So Belgium, their goals, we would, you know, at times the stats books get thrown out the way because we expect goals. Let's just hope there is no KG match. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to call a winner for this one.
Well, I feel like there's going to be lots of goals
you know, it's a semi-final. It's one more match to the final. It's a semi-final.
So it will probably dry.
Yeah, I feel like they'll be, they'll be adventurous, but their backline will be very careful. Look, man, this is a semi-final. We just have one more step to the final. Exactly.
Any unnecessary goals.
That's the point. So there might not be so many goals, but it will be an exciting game. I mean, that's what I can say.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it. I don't know. I have a busy day, but I'll have to find some time.
7 o'clock later today. I'll go for France. What do you go for?
I always root for the underdog. So Belgium.
They're not underdogs. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I mean, that's all we can take on Russia 2018 updates. And
all right. So this is us in the kitchen, and MM is just pouring my
family matter.
My egg custard.
It's a chilling day today.
I like it. I like this.
But you know, there's something different about today. You know, usually we're not all 5 of us on set at the same time.
That's true.
Yeah.
So all right, guys. The entire family is here.
So just in case you're just joining us, we're in the kitchen, and I just made egg custard. Okay. And you could actually have this with your strawberries, bananas. Tissy, you know what I'm talking about?
It would be nice if Mike was making some waffles or something.
So yeah, wait, Yomi, let me talk about the ingredients for the egg custard. Give me my time. I need it. Yes. Thank you. Yes. So like I was saying, guys. Yeah, so I made egg custard earlier on, and the ingredients for the egg custard is I used a little bit of custard and flour. I had my egg yolk, please take notes, and I had my milk, sugar, and what else, Mary?
I wasn't even following what you were saying. So I was so busy setting up.
So basically, those were the major ingredients for the egg custard. Yeah. And you could actually have this.
So milk, sugar, egg yolk, and the custard.
And your custard, or flour.
It's actually
so basically, the egg, the custard or the flour actually serve as the thickener.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes. Okay. So this is like your easy go-to breakfast. Yep. You know, just make this
it's got proteins inside.
How do you make this one? We tell you,
so you could also
guys, let everybody see what MM made today. It's not easy.
Yeah, I'm still going on. And you could also
have a trial and error. This one was achieved.
So you could also have your egg custard with strawberries, bananas. Depends on how you like it. And a little bit of vanilla essence, or that's vanilla flavor essence, or coconut. It depends on your flavor, how you like it.
I like it. I like how.
So I'm having a problem with the way they are not focusing on what you made.
Yeah, and let's talk about the akara for a little bit. So well, this is actually homemade akara. So I made this over the weekend, basically. But no, this is not over the weekend though. I'm explaining how I made it over the weekend. And then I also made it I made it last night, basically. And so let me tell you guys how. Well, this is without the corned beef. I remember earlier when I was talking about how I made akara with corned beef over the weekend. But this is without corned beef. This is just, you just have your bean cake. That's your bean, your grounded beans, with your pepper, onions.
Is that the powder variety?
Stock cubes.
No, I blended it. I blended it. Yeah. So to get the best, I mean, to make, if you want, okay, so you have your beans, and then you soak it in hot water. So that way, the outer layer of your beans it's easier to, it comes off quickly and easily. It's a lot of work.
So one thing I know about this combination is that people love eating it this way, but they also love to eat it in other ways. You know, they like to use bread.
I can get bread.
Exactly. So that's my thing. My thing is custard and bread.
So you guys should just really taste the custard before we go to our meal.
Before we taste it, let's check out some videos, right? Okay. We'll get back and we'll taste it, and we can.
Hopefully you
give our own this thing.
The food.
We should calm down now.
No,
it's time for videos. Let's check out these videos.
Guy, are you okay?
I'm fine.
I be mates, cause I dey follow do friends. They mad though. I don't say I juggle friendship. I know they do am. I know they do am. I give am finger of friendship. You want to carry my whole body? I feel kill am. God no go like anybody. Calm down. He get the cause. He's shareable sir. Why not come here and see am face to face? Cause they fear. All those small children play. I know they like him. I know they like him. I they like see person where they fight. I know they like follow person where they fight. Talk for phone. Why don't go just come straight for me? Talk to me. Why no give am one hand? They follow me drag for inside comment section. I feel. Oh shit. Hey! You want go kill? Leave her. Make she go keep person. And she be want go jail. Calm down. Hungry. I want to on level ground, civilian type. No be say I want fight and I dey crazy. Why I go fight? I be my person. My friends stay there. Make you go sit down. No know where they carry knife. They go. Stop Anna. If you want to trust something, throw away your phone now. Make you hit her. Make you not say you dey vex. Oh, if I see her, if he try call my phone, I go kill her through call. You know if he try her, he don't be who call me.
Don't do now. Don't do.
More look at. If we look at deep, I shop for that guy hand. I don't shop.
You what?
I don't go shop. Okay, I won't shop. Oh, trailer go jam man. Oh, they watch. They go show up for news. Now cry, you can't they cry. They pay me. Cause if I see a fake killer, I'll use knife shoot her and he go die. They go arrest me.
The person. You know, it's so funny the way people react when they're angry.
She's crazy, and you know, so she talked about the laughers when they're upset, the talkers,
the quiet ones.
The quiet ones. So which one are you?
No, it depends. There are different levels of anger. Like different levels bring out different reactions.
It depends. I know someone who actually just decides to throw things, just likes to see things break. Like as if
when they're angry.
When they're angry. Yes.
Well, it actually depends on the level of the offense. No, whoever gets me angry. So there are days where I'm like quiet, and there are days where I'm like bursting out, like, and I'm throwing words around. You just see words flying all over the place. I can be that person.
It's actually my husband that pointed this one out. Whenever I'm really, really angry, my English becomes very, very pure. Like,
you become polished.
I get polished. I start using huge words like recalcitrant.
Wow.
All those kind of like
photosynthesis.
Are you? As it really? My English becomes quiz English. Like that's when he knows I'm angry and he keeps.
Okay, let's check out another video. Let's check out
another funny video there.
In the US legally. My brother, I go calm down. Easy to get this sassy picture now. Legally.
SARS they come.
SARS they come. SARS? Who they come?
Run.
I hide my chair because those people they're wicked. I bet. Who you say they come again?
Osarume.
Who?
Osarume. I borrowed $100 from her.
Osas. Now human being. Osas. No be sas. Osas. Well. Now you they wrong. Ah, sas no the American now. I don't craze finish.
You know, that's why they say the wicked never have peace. Because if your heart was pure, you wouldn't be running.
Akara is amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yomi's on his third one.
It's really good.
Thanks. You should have it with the egg custard. You'd enjoy it more.
I should try it with
Why are you pushing everybody to this? Why is everybody running away from it? Let's try it.
No, not you guys better not be running away from my egg custard, guys. Like,
do you have any more funny videos?
Oh, this is actually really nice. Oh my gosh.
Why is Mary quiet?
Mary. So Mary.
Okay, she actually wants to finish it before she has.
Okay, so what do you guys feel about it?
Now, I thought you made that custard for me. Like, so I don't understand why everybody's not having it.
If Yomi was interested in that custard, trust me, he would have taken it by now.
So I was trying to check out. Yes, we do have one more video.
Okay, one more video.
Yeah, let's check this out.
The Spirit of the Lord is here. Turn to your neighbor right now and look at your neighbor and tell them Jesus is Lord.
Jesus is Lord.
Turn to that same neighbor and tell them the testimony you missed last week, you shall not miss it this week. Turn to your neighbor now and tell them now.
The testimony you missed, you will not miss this week.
Yes, Lord, yes, Lord. Turn to that same neighbor and tell them your enemies that survived last week, this week, they shall be crushed. Look at that neighbor now and tell them now.
Your enemies that survived last week, this week, they shall be crushed.
Because of the love you have for that neighbor, look at that neighbor, look at them to the eyeball and read out the whole book of Psalm 91 for them to declare the love of God in their life and the promises of the Lord that the Lord has.
Shut up! It's okay. You go leave the church.
Okay, so for the benefit of those of us that don't understand what just happened, could you please explain?
No, the guy was just.
Yomi, you need to explain.
No, it was saliva. The guy was raining saliva. You know, but there's this one that's very. Yomi, let's do something.
Yeah.
There's this pastor. Normal, it happens a lot. You all know. Comes up, open the book. Say, hey, brother Yomi, please, can you read John 3 verse 16? Let's go, Yomi. John 3 verse 16.
For God so loved the
world. For God so loved the world. Yes, go on, Sister Mary, go on. That he gave. He did not take. He gave. Go on, Sister Mary.
Let's just stop there. I didn't say we just slapped me mistakenly.
Okay, so the concept is, you know, if I allow the person reading the Bible to read, but let's go, Pastor.
What's going on, right?
No, brother, take it, continue. Yeah, but then, of course.
So, yeah, you guys haven't tasted my egg custard. Yes. Like, everyone's got to taste my egg custard.
I have. Force.
Yes.
Now I'm suspecting you.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
It's actually very nice.
Yes.
I said it now. I said it.
Mike, the show is not
any more of that because
funny videos were
just
don't
worry, I'll make some for you.
Okay, yeah.
You know you're my G.
So, yeah.
You're my G.
I trust
I've been avoiding eating this akara because I know that once I taste it, I won't want to stop and I won't be able to round off the show with y'all.
Yeah.
So Yomi and I are going to do that right about now.
It's time for us to go. It's been a good show, and I'm liking this family ending that we're having here. Just bonding.
It's actually kind of fun.
We should do it again. But next time, what I want is I'm looking forward to everyone doing something.
Yeah, of course.
So I'll probably make pancakes.
I'm thinking of making
make
smoothies.
Waffles. Yeah, so you make smoothies.
Wow, you gave Mike waffles. Wow, that's too far.
I don't know what is waffles. I tell you waffles.
So Mike will make.
Mike will buy the bread.
Waffles score.
Homely NG, thank you so much for the kitchen accessories, and of course Fola at Fola's Place. Thank you so much for styling our hair. We'll be back tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. tomorrow. And of course, in fact, it's imperative that you keep a date with us tomorrow morning.
That's right. 7 a.m.
Have a lovely day.
Bye.